All right, guys, lovely. So we can get started now. Welcome to the Developer Student Club's Loughborough University. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. This is our intro session where we're just going to tell you a little bit about who we are, what we do, how you can get involved, and really kind of what our plans are for the whole year. So I hope you find it interesting. If you do have any questions, just pop them in the chat, or kind of at the end, you can unmute your mic and we can just have a little chat and talk about everything. Before we begin, we thought we'd just try something. Tell us your interests. So we want to know kind of what you're interested in, whether it's programming, whether it's UX design, whether it's football, whatever it might be. Particularly interested in kind of developer technologies. So would really just like to know how to kind of shape this club around you. So if there are any particular new programming techniques you're interested in, whether there's anything you really want to learn, you can go to the link in the chat that Alejandro's just posted, or you can do it on your phone. Just pollev.com/DSC463. And then they will all appear kind of live on the presentation in a little word cloud. It's all anonymous, so don't worry. But we'd just love to kind of get to know you a little bit and see kind of who we're catering for at the club. So everyone can do this, core team as well. Would love to hear what you're interested in. Thank you for the love heart. We are getting a lot of responses, but for some reason it's not translated through to the slides. So we've got a lot of interest in Python, Firebase, and Flutter, which is great because there are a lot of things that we're going to be focusing on this year. But for some reason right now, they're just not coming through on the slide. But feel free to continue popping them on. We do have access to all of that, so we will have a look through and just make sure that we do kind of cater everything to what you're interested in. So now let's answer a couple of questions just in our heads, just to see whether this is kind of the right place for you. Have you ever wanted to learn something but you don't know how to start? Have you ever thought, am I the only one that's interested in something? Do you think, what if I could discuss something with other people? And do you sometimes find it difficult to make a project in a certain programming language when you're trying to work alone? Well, do you also ever find it difficult to maybe form a team for a hackathon or a programming event that's going on? If you've answered yes to any of these questions, and then that is exactly what we're here for at DSC Loughborough. We're here to help you form your teams for hackathons, to help you program in languages that you've never learned before, to learn some intricate technologies, or just to learn how to program from the get-go. We're here to support you kind of along your developer journey. So at DSC Loughborough, you're going to get the opportunity to learn the latest technologies through a series of workshops that we're going to tell you about in a little bit. You'll also get to make projects, either in teams or alone. We can help support you in both of those. We can put you in teams, or we can help support you on projects that you might be working on already. We're also going to help you participate in competitions. So we've got loads of exciting competitions planned that will kind of help you sort of get involved with, and there should be fun coding challenges and lots of other competitions as well. You'll also get to meet like-minded people, so it can be a little bit tough as a developer to kind of meet people that have the same passions as you when it comes to technology. So this is really a hub for lots of people that share all of these interests. And you're also going to receive a lot of guidance. So we've got a whole series of workshops and talks lined up to actually help you just kind of get started and kind of fine-tune your skills as well. And we will help you form a team for the solution challenge and give you all of the guidance and resources that you need for that, which is something really, really exciting that Alejandro is going to talk to you about in a little bit. On top of all of that, we're also going to make you aware of loads and loads of kind of developer-based opportunities around, so international competitions, internships that we find, some scholarships that you might be eligible for, any exclusive webinars and workshops, and loads more. So we've got a whole team that are dedicated to finding resources that will help you kind of season yourself as a developer. And we'll be sure to share that with all of you kind of through our social channels and officially kind of through our club correspondence. So you might be wondering who is going to teach all of this and manage everything that's going on. Well, there's a team of 7 of us, and we're known as the core team. So we've been this is all through Google developers. So interviewed through Google developers and then selected to help run DSC Loughborough. So you've got me, first of all. I'm Jeremy. I'm your DSC lead. So I'm going to be kind of just driving the direction of the club and making sure that it works best for you. I'm really interested in DeepMind, which is kind of some AI work that Google are doing. I find it absolutely fascinating, and I'm kind of doing a lot of research and work into that. And despite, working for Google developers as the DSC lead, I will also talk for hours about Apple. So you can always talk to me about that too. Next up, I will introduce Boriana to tell you a little bit about herself, and she is the creative strategist for the team.
Hello, everyone. For sure, you can call me Bori. It's easier to pronounce, I promise. I'm going to be the creative strategist for DSC Loughborough. I'm not only designer, though. I'll be behind the creative content you'll be seeing online, but I'm also a blockchain enthusiast. So if there's anyone interested in that as well, feel free to reach out. I can talk about it, like Jeremy said, for hours. I'm also a big Apple fan as well. So feel free to reach out. I'm really talkative, I'm really friendly, and I really want to meet all of you.
Lovely. Thank you ever so much. And next up, we have Rajiv. So Rajiv is our publicity lead. He's also the chair for computer science. So I'm sure you might have already met him, but I'll let him tell you a little bit about himself and what he's going to be doing.
Hey guys, I'm your publicity lead. So I'm also helping out with the social media, promoting DSC and recruiting a lot of you. It's great to see so many on the video call today. If you get spammed by me, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that's up to me to spam you guys about all the content that we're bringing to you this year.
We won't spam you too much, don't worry. But we will definitely get the message out there about all of our events. Next up, we have Diana, who is our creative lead.
Hi guys, I'm Diana, I'm your creative lead, and alongside with Brianna and Rajiv, I will be behind most of the content that you will see online and on campus. And if you have any problems with anything, you need to reach out to us, just contact us and I'll be there to answer you.
All right, lovely. And next up, we have Alejandro. So he is taking the lead on our technical team this year, and he's also taking the lead on the solution challenge. So I'll let him tell you a little bit about himself.
Hello, I'm Alejandro. As Adam already said, I will be behind the technical workshops together with Adam and Joe, helping you through the solution channel as well. I am particularly interested in Flutter and Firebase, which are Google technologies you will learn and hopefully apply for the solution challenge. If you have any questions about these technologies, feel free to message me through social media.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Ali. Next up, we have Joe Leckie, who is our teaching lead this year.
Hi everyone, I'm Joe, so I'm the teaching lead, so I'm going to be helping set up and run some really exciting sessions we've got ready for you, which I hope to see most of you at. I'm interested mainly in Python, web scraping and data mining, so again, if you've got any questions about those, come speak to me, and yeah, I'll be happy to answer any of them.
Lovely, thank you very much, Joe. And last up, we have Adam Rogers, who's also on the technical team. He's got the role of technical specialist this year. And I'll let you tell him a little bit about himself.
Hi everybody, I'm Adam. As Jeremy said, I'm the technical specialist. My job will be creating some events for you to do, like the CTF that you're going to hear about from me later. I'll also be working with Ali and Joe to teach you some stuff. And I love things like Python and Flutter. So if you have any questions about those, feel free to reach out. I have a fair few years of experience with Python and I'm all right at Flutter. So if you need any help, I can also give that.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Adam. So that's our core team. We're going to be running the DSC this year and working really hard to put on loads and loads of events for you. You might be wondering what areas we're going to focus on this year. This is very much going to be shaped by you and the people that actually join the club. But the areas that we've started preparing content for already are on artificial intelligence and machine learning. We're doing a lot of work with Flutter as well, which is a Google technology. Python, of course, in collaboration with CodeLab, which we'll tell you a little bit about later. We're also doing some work with competitive programming to help you kind of tune your skills with that through some competitions. To work with Firebase as well, another Google technology. We'll be teaching you kind of the fundamentals of Git and how to use it on platforms like GitHub for things like that. We'll also be helping you out with some interview preparation. So we're hoping to get some Googlers in to tell you a little bit about how to prepare for Google interviews and also kind of other programming-based interviews. And we're also hoping to get you Google Cloud certified as well. So we'll be running a series of workshops on that. What kind of sessions are we going to be running? Obviously, right now, things need to be virtual, but we are having a plan A for virtual sessions and another plan A for in-person sessions. So as soon as we can start doing in person, as soon as it's safe, and then we will, of course, start doing that. But as of now, we've got hands-on sessions, even though the hands might be virtual. We've got some expert tech talks. We'll have some fun competitions and also, of course, the solution challenge. And we'll tell you a little bit more about all of these now. So first up, to tell you about the workshops, here's Joe.
So, hello again, everyone. We're going to be starting off, like Jeremy said, with some virtual workshops, but as soon as it's safe to do so, we want to move into in-person sessions. So we think that's the best way to get to know you all and to teach you better. But I think for beginners, we're recommending that you attend Code Lab 2, as they're going to go through the basics of programming. And if you haven't programmed before, I think it's quite easy to get overwhelmed, and Code Lab's a great place to start learning. And then once you're ready, or if you've programmed before, you can come along to our sessions, which are aimed at a more intermediate level. We've got loads of really exciting sessions planned on object-oriented programming, Dart, Flutter, decorators, blockchain. And over the coming weeks, I hope to see a lot of you at those sessions.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Joe. And next up, we have Expert Tech Talks, which Bori is going to tell you a little bit about.
We stand behind the idea that the best way to learn and experience the software engineering industry is by going to and attending different tech talks. That's why we're currently looking for professionals who would like to share their experience. And of course, we will have some people from Google who will be giving you tips for interviews and coding challenges. So stay tuned and be prepared for extreme networking, because this will be really useful.
Thank you very much, Bori. We also have some fun competitions that we've got planned. So I'll hand over to Adam to tell you a little bit about them.
So yeah, we've got some competitions planned for you. I myself, I'm at the moment, I'm working with Ale to make a capture the flag for you guys. It's basically a hacking competition. We found that if you can break a piece of software, you can generally make one that's better than that. So that helps with understanding. Me and Ale actually got to the Deloitte National CTF finals last year. So we'll be incorporating some challenges that we found there. There's going to be a variety of things for you to try, from beginner to intermediate to a higher level. So things like steganography, cross-site scripting, even some reverse engineering and crack me type puzzles. We hope you all enjoy it. You can also work against other people across the DSC community. We'll have a lot of teams for you to go up against. We're also going to be running things like hackathons for you to get coding under pressure and see how well you cope with that. It's also really good to learn new skills from that. And we want to ask you what type of events you want to put on. So because obviously we have those planned, we can do more of those if you like, or if you have different events in mind that you think would be useful or that you really want to do, you can suggest that to us and we can get that done for you.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Adam. And next up, we've got the solution challenge, which Alejandro is going to tell you a little bit about now.
Yes, I will start talking about solution challenge. But before, Jeremy, could you check for me that the chat is working for the people? Because I think Rajiv is having some issues with the chat for everyone to access the chat and to ask questions later on.
Okay. Could any of you pop your hand up if you can actually see anything that's in the chat? But Alejandro, feel free to go ahead and we'll check on the chat.
Okay. So basically, we will be learning, of course, lots of material but in the Developer Student Club, we would like to bridge the gap between theory and practice. So the Solution Challenge is the best event for this. We will try to apply all our knowledge to solve a local problem and help the local community, of course. Google, we will choose 10 winners from all the solutions around the world, from other developers student club of other universities. And I've put a QR code here, Jeremy, if you can slide, that you can see the winners for 2020. They used to get a trip to the United States to see the Google headquarters and stuff. I don't know what price is going to be this year, but it's probably going to be good as well. So when does the Solution Challenge start? So in January 2021, the announcements and registrations are open. So we will get, you can make teams up to 4 people and propose a problem. We will then decide whether or not you can go forward through that, and later you will start working on it for 3 months. And in March 21, the registration for the submissions of your projects will be opened, and you will have to submit a source code together with a 2-minute video of your project and giving the outlines of your product. Once the submission has been done and everything is closed, Google will start evaluating all the solutions they have received from our Developer Student Club, and hopefully we get to be one of the winning projects that will be announced at the end of April. If you get to be a winner, you will also get a prize. That's, of course, before was to get a trip to the United States. We don't know now due to the coronavirus, but you will also have a demonstration day where you will have a video with the Google people, employees that run all the Developer Student Club, and also to talk about your project. I hope to see you soon, and I'll get more information through when the event is getting closer.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Alejandro. So yes, the Solution Challenge, a really, really exciting thing that we're going to be doing from January. This can involve loads and loads of people. Even if you don't think you're the most proficient programmer, we need UX designers to help make what we design look good. Otherwise, all we are is a bunch of back-end coders that can design something that works but nobody actually uses. We can kind of form teams of 4, so it'll be really exciting to get as many people involved as possible, and we're going to give you loads and loads of support and guidance throughout the whole challenge. So what are the benefits of becoming a member of DSC Loughborough? You get to learn loads of new programming skills and develop a lot of your current skills through the hands-on workshops that we're going to be running, through tech talks that we're going to be providing for you. You'll also get to meet new friends that share your passion for technology. You can talk about all of the latest trends in technology, programming languages, and you can kind of have a platform and meet new people that you can actually talk about all of that stuff with. You'll also increase your employability. So it's very great achieving a 2-1 at first at university, but a lot of employers are interested in what you're doing outside of that as well. So by being part of DSC Loughborough, you're showing a lot of initiative, that you're serious about your career and you want to learn new things. And you'll actually be building tangible projects that you can talk about in interviews and you can add to your kind of programming portfolio, which employers absolutely love. And we're also going to give you access to loads of resources that are provided by Google developers throughout the year. And of course, membership is free. So anybody can join, you can get involved in the club, and we can kind of keep you in the loop about all of the events that we're going to be doing. And it'll be great to see a lot of you there. So you can become a member right now you can just scan the QR code in the bottom right, or you can go to bit.ly/DSC Loughborough. And then that will take you to this website here that you can see on the screen. And there is a bright blue Join Us button over there. And then once you join, this is becoming an official member through Google developers. So we'll be able to have a list of everybody that's with us. And the more people that we actually have joining us, the more successful we'll be as a club. So the more resources we'll get from Google. So the more people that join, the more we can benefit you and the bigger impact we can have. So it'll be really great if as many of you as possible can hop onto the website and become a member of the club. So you might be wondering where we get started. So we've got loads of events in the pipeline. It has, been slightly different now that we've realized COVID is still hanging around for a while. So we've got to do everything virtually for at least kind of the first few weeks and possibly for all of semester one. Who knows? But first of all, we've got a collaboration with Zio Workshops, who are a company that was actually started up by a former DSC lead. And this is mainly aimed at beginners. So it's people that don't have any experience with web development. And what you're going to be doing is actually building a clone of the Netflix landing page using HTML and CSS, which are two really important programming languages for web development. And it will be kind of a live session running on Wednesday and Saturday. So this is this coming Wednesday, this coming Saturday, where you'll be doing Netflix, and then the week afterwards you'll be doing YouTube. And by the end of these sessions, you will have two fully functioning websites that you can show off in your interviews, that you can show your friend, or whatever you'd like to do with them. So it's a really, really exciting collaboration, and we'll be posting lots more information about that very soon. And we've also got loads and loads more events planned that we just need to kind of set a date for. And as soon as we've got everything finalized, we'll be posting all about it on our social media channels. And if you are a member on the website as well, and then you'll get notified instantly about all of the events that we'll be running. So that will be really, really helpful. And how are we going to conduct everything online? Well, we're mainly going to be using Microsoft Teams. So we're actually the first society in the whole university that have been given their own team, which is really, really great. And you can join the team by scanning the QR code in the bottom right, or just going to bit.ly/join DSC Teams. And from that, you'll be able to kind of stay in the loop about everything that we're running. It's really helpful because we can run, as we're running workshops, we'll be able to use breakout sessions. So if you're struggling with something, you can just go into breakout session with one of our team, and we can kind of talk you through all of the code that you're writing and help you fix things. But Teams is going to be really, really helpful for the future. And if we do run any events on any other platforms as well, and then we'll of course keep you in the loop with that. So how will you know about events and receive updates? Well, this link at the top is a link to everything. So if you go to this link, you'll then get a list of the 3 different main ways that we will contact you. And you can scan the QR code in the top right if you want to go to that link. First off, it links to our Facebook page. So you can join our private group on Facebook. So facebook.com/groups/DSC Loughborough. And on there, we'll be posting loads of events. You can discuss things that you would like on there. We've also got our Instagram, which is @DSC Loughborough, where we'll be kind of posting information about everything that we do. We'll be posting some fun challenges as well on there. And it's just a great way to stay in the loop. And then you've got our official website with Google developers as well, which you can get to at bit.ly/DSC Loughborough. And that's also the link you can go to become kind of an official member of the club as well. So if you'd like to get involved in anything and stay in the loop about everything that's going on, Facebook, Instagram, and Google developers are very much the way to go. So next up, any questions? If you have got any questions at all, I know we've bombarded you with a lot of information. So if there's anything that you'd like to ask, anything that you'd like to find out about, feel free to pop a message in the chat, or just unmute your microphone and ask any questions that you might have.
Do they have access to the chat now?
I'm not sure. I mean, you should be able to, but if not, and then you can just unmute your microphone and ask a question.
Sebastian, go ahead. Okay. Guys, if you have any questions that you don't want to say in the group, in this chat, you can either put them onto Facebook or just message us on Instagram or Facebook. But if you have any questions right now, you can just unmute yourselves and we'll answer them. I think we've explained it very well because they have no questions.
Lovely, lovely. No questions is good questions. So yeah, you can ask.
Hello, sorry, my microphone was muted. Actually, I'm sorry for being late. Also, can you summarize real quick what you're you were talking about till now? Like,
yeah, of course. We were just talking about pretty much everything that the DSC do. So we were talking about that we're going to be running lots of workshops. We're going to be hosting tech talks. We're going to be hosting, so tech talks where we'll get external people to come in and talk about their kind of areas of research. We'll be hosting programming competitions, and we'll also be hosting the solution challenge. But this whole meeting is being recorded, so I will post a link to it after the meeting's over, so you can catch up on everything.
oh, cool.
That we've talked about.
Thank you.
No worries, Sebastian. Thank you for your question.
Sorry. It's okay if I ask a question? Just interrupted you there. So yeah, I wanted to ask if you guys give any advice in terms of someone who just rather recently come interested in programming, but isn't really sure what sector they want to go into, whether it be UX design, just being a developer in a particular language and stuff. Do you guys offer advice on that throughout? Especially if someone who he's not doing a bachelor's in computer science or anything like that. It's just kind of gone off the rails, what they say. But I think hopefully it's the right path, because it's been really good so far.
Yeah, of course you can. So what I'd recommend is really getting the fundamentals of programming down is quite helpful. So going to these sessions that CodeLab are running, we can pop some links to CodeLab socials, and they'll really help you with the fundamentals. And if you do that kind of in parallel with the sessions that we're going to be running, you'll learn the fundamentals from them. Then you'll just learn some really just more interesting things kind of through us. But of course, if there's any time that if you'd like to just have a private chat with any of us, and then we can kind of talk you through some of the best ways to really get involved with everything going on. But listening to tech talks and just really throwing yourself into projects. So if you just decide, I want to make a website that does this, even if you have no idea how to go about it, just starting the research, you're going to learn so much about doing that, and we'll be here to kind of support you along the way. So if there are any projects that you're working on by yourself and you get stuck somewhere, we're all kind of relatively experienced programmers, so we'll definitely be sure to help you out and guide you in the right direction. But that is by far the best way to actually get into it, is literally start a project, even if you have no idea how to start, but just get going with it.
All right then, that's it. Thank you. And it was well explained. I have no other questions. Also the chat doesn't come up for, I'm not sure if anybody else wanted to say anything, but for the majority of joining the session, the chat isn't available for us for some reason, but
all right, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for letting us know. We'll be sure to get that fixed before we have another session. Thank you, Dara.
All right then. Thanks.
No worries. Did anybody else have any other questions? You can just unmute yourself. All right, lovely. Well, it looks like we've covered everything then. So I just want to say thank you very much for coming along. You can follow us again on Facebook at DSC Loughborough, on Instagram. You can become official members at bit.ly/DSC Loughborough. And if you want to link to absolutely everything, it's linktree/DSC Loughborough, and that will take you everywhere that you need to go. But thank you ever so much for taking the time to come along, and we really hope to see you at some future events that we've got going on. And if you have any questions at all, just reach out to any of us. You can reach out to me on Facebook, or just Jeremy Akarvi, or you can just send a message to us on any of our social medias, and we'll be sure to answer any questions that you have. So thank you very much for coming along, and I hope you all have a really great evening.